Can you believe it? It was some indiscriminate mass homicide case. Rito. So I guess you aren't that rude, are you? My bad. Everyone else recognizes me as Rune. But with my taking on this identity of Rune, regardless of what reasons I may have, there's no way for me to take back my past sins. I have to... Get ready, Zevitz. We're going. Huh? Was there some kind of message? Gross will be showing himself soon. Is someone from Rugenstein really in a place like this? They spoke in fluid Sanagirine with a clear Rugenstein accent. If it isn't Gross, then it's most certainly someone else from Rugenstein. Is Rotona inside? Seems like she's alive. That's all I was able to hear. There's no choice, we'll have to go meet them as promised. Is he dangerous? All doctors are. They can take lives even without the use of battlecraft. Don't say something so ominous. Judged by our situation, he shouldn't try to harm us, but he can't be trusted. Just make sure you're ready for anything he's got prepared. Donna. Understood. Wow, this is quite unexpected. Meeting you in a place like this, now that's crazy. Rebecca Gross, Princess Salphine Rugenstein. You're still alive. Don't just kill me off like that. And just what are you doing in a place like this? Yeah. I think I'm the one who's supposed to be saying that. It's a long story. Have you already heard from Rekavasta? Well, yeah. But you see, I'm not dumb enough to say, oh, okay, when someone tells me something that absurd. Definitely the logical response. That means she's told you everything, hasn't she? I thought Rugenstein was supposed to be impenetrable. Just what happened back there? Just who is that Melano person? Is she from the Union? I wouldn't know. There was no declaration of war, no advance warning, not a single shred of information. All I can assume is that they pulled off a perfect surprise attack. The fact that you're here now means that what she told me wasn't a total lie. By the way, about when did this episode of Empress Syndrome kick in? That's none of your business. Sounds Reagan. Pretty mild one, though. It's like she just did a half-assed job trying to pull out her ancestors' memories. And who's this girl? Rune Zevitz. Rune Zevitz. Huh, that's certainly a strange name. No, it's not Rune, it's Rune Zevitz. Zevitz rings a bell. Maybe she's got the same... Nah, no way, not possible. Especially with a name like Zevitz. Is that Zevitz as in Zevitz Corporation, the Outer Pole? You know about it? I'm pretty sure there's a girl named Rune from there. I heard she died. Yes, I'm that Rune. Okay. What the fuck is going on? There's a limit to how far you can stretch a lie, you know. We have more than enough time. Please hear us out. See, she's a robot. And that about covers it. And that's the gist of it. Stupid emergency vehicles. Rotona was in that bad of a condition? She's lucky that this place has a Vita domain. Otherwise, she'd have been pushed up daisies by now. She really can't leave the domain? Whoa, slow down. It's not like there's no hope for her. Just I need the princess over there to do me a little favor. What? I've got the one plan that'll solve everything for us, nice and neat. Oh. Hey, there's a way for Rotona to travel with us again? Yep. Enough with the smoke and mirrors. What do you want? Now, no need to be so edgy here. Down to brass tacks, Miss Princess. You should, let me go with you to Rugenstein. Eh? Why? Because that's the favor I want from you. Is that so? Right now, Rotona's internal mana rhythm is way out of whack. We need to return it to normal. After about 4 days inside the domain, she should be well enough to set foot outdoors. But after that, she's on a year or two's worth of meds every day. Special stuff that I personally have to monitor and prescribe. Meds? What kind of medicine? The kind that helps to stabilize and preserve your body's internal mana rhythm. She has to take these meds every day, no questions asked. Kind of a pain, but it's better than never being able to use Minecraft again, or just plain kicking the buckets. So that means she can use Minecraft again. Well, not initially, of course. It'll take her another 1 or 2 months minimum for her to be able to use most craft again. Oh, come on, don't make that face, princess. It's practically a miracle, you know? The fact that this town has a Vita domain, that there's a facility here that can use its healing abilities, and that a doctor like me is here. Not only does she have the chance to live, there's a possibility she can return to being a guardian, too. Just what are the chances of all this happening? It normally be almost impossible. Are they speaking the Rugenzyde language? Because if so, Rune shouldn't understand what they're talking about, I feel. Because I don't think she was loaded up with that language. Just thought of that. Moving on. I expect you to be thankful it all turned out like this. But I'm honestly pretty disappointed that you think that way. If you tell us how to make the medicine, then maybe we can do something about it ourselves? Nope. Even if you could make those meds, only a pro can properly administer medical care to those who've undergone a guardian level Afia. Now, assuming we could enter the Alliance, I can't guarantee you passage into Rugenzyde, even if I personally grant you permission to do so. That's because the incubator ruler is King of Allah. Well, that's part of the deal. You have to do something about that. I might doubt this. I can't get in touch with Regavasta. Seems as if our Comcraft line has been cut. Do you know why? There are 2 reasons. 1, her condition. With the way she is now, she can't maintain a steady connection. It was probably cut when she collapsed. Reason 2, that facility seems to be set up such that the Comcraft line has to be connected a certain way, or else you can't communicate. The mana in the domain is pretty sensitive and all. They're trying to block out anything that could disrupt the flow of mana in the domain. Let me meet with Regavasta. That is our bare minimum condition. No can do. Domain go over capacity. More of your lies, I assume. I'm dead serious. We can't have anything put even more strain on the Vita domain. I got a real earful from Scatori just by me getting Ratona in there. You said that the Comcraft line has been cut, right? Well, Ratona has this thing called a transceiver. Maybe we can contact her with that? Transceiver? Just tell her that she'll understand. Well, I don't get it, but whatever. I'll just tell her to use it, no biggie. Just give me a minute, I'll connect to the one working line and tell her cute roommate to pass on the message. Let's check if Ratona's already awake. Roommate? She's asleep, just give her a slap or 2. Sleeping on a vital time like this, she sure is carefree. I'm not going to push the issue, just let her sleep. Jeez Louise. Her body desperately is trying to restore its mana rhythm back to normal. Ratona needs as much rest as she can right now. Anyway, just give me a minute. I'm not going to try to pull anything. Paige. Yeah, about your roommate there. She's still asleep? Huh? Alright. Nah, just some stuff going on over here. Wait, just a minute. Look, I'll buy for you. Okay. Look, you can't just ask me to... Some from inside the facility. Reagan? What? Are you really going to go with what he's asking? That is the plan. Why? Barely know anything about him, right? And you're just going to do as he asks? Indeed. His demands are absolutely unreasonable. Still, I must abide by what he wants. How come? Think. This isn't a give and take negotiation. In a sense, it's downright coercion. Huh? What do you mean? Think about his demand. Going back to Rugenzyde. To accomplish this, we need Regavasta to be in good health. We also need a guarantee that she can recover. Taking all this into account, he's basically holding her hostage. There's never any intent to negotiate in the first place. Do you get it? It may have looked like we were negotiating, but in essence, this is what Gruz wants. Unless you take me with you to Rugenzyde, I can't guarantee returning with your life. But the part about her having to take medicine might be in line. Even what he said about her condition. It's possible that he really just kidnapped her. There's no way for us to tell if she's actually perfectly fine and that Grouse person is just feeding her sugar pills to make her think her life's in danger. Exactly. There's no way for us to tell. There's no merit in us trying to pry any more information from him, at least for now. I'm sure you realize that Regavasta's condition has deteriorated ever since we've set foot in this town. It's a pretty thin line, isn't it? Therefore, with the way things are proceeding now, we must make 2 things clear. Will Regavasta truly be able to leave the facility after 4 days? And will she be able to continue on our journey without any issues? As long as we can show these two conditions, then we can continue. Let's play along with Groos's little game for now. Nope, no good. Still asleep. First off, we need to know whether she's alive or not. When she wakes up, have her contact us at once. Skeptical much. Man. Well, sure, I don't mind passing the message, but I can't guarantee whether or not she could get in touch with you with that trans something or other. Just keep that in mind. All this is going to be quite convenient. Going quite conveniently for you, Groos. Thing just happens to fall perfectly into place for you, don't you think? Geez, get off my back already, will you? There's gotta be a limit how much you can doubt people. I'll have you know, I'm trying to be a nice person to a fellow countryman here. Going to keep on insisting that you don't have any bad intent, eh? Well, that depends on your definition of bad. At the very least, I don't mean any of you harm. Neither do my goals here. Understood. Well then, Groos. If you want to gain our trust, then you need to do us a favor. You sound pretty commanding, considering you're supposed to be asking me a favor. Are you up to it? Depends on what you want. Oh, it's simple. Just teach us how to make this medicine. Ah, this is Soul's little sister's. This medicine, what do you plan to do? Make it. And why would you want to do that? If what you're saying is true, then that means we'll have 4 days of free time. This is what we'll be doing to kill some time till then. I don't know what you're up to, but this is extremely easy to make. Desiccate the base ingredients, Sergio garlands, and grind them into powder, then let them rest for about a week. Is it possible to grow this Sagiola? Making the medicine and growing Sagiola are relatively easy. What, you planning to grow them over here? Is there a problem with growing it here? Well, yeah, it's not just here either, but this entire country, really. It won't grow in this soil. Soil? What's wrong with this country's soil? Sagiola won't grow anywhere else but in rich, fertile areas with volcanic pyro soil. Viscata soil has heavily aqua attributes. Sagiola isn't even going to sprout. Pyro soil. Yep. Viscata has to import all its Sagiola power from its neighbor, Ceres. There's volcanoes in there. Wasn't the dirt we just got a shit ton of from Ceres? There's a lot of names floating around, so I honestly forget. Well, there's a lot to explain, but it takes a lot of effort to bring something over from Ceres. If it's so near yet so far. There's a valley in between, right? Oh, so you do know. That Sego grow as long as it's in soil from Ceres? Well, as long as the environment is just right, then it should be possible, but you know. That fertile soil Ceres is pretty expensive, you know. Reagan! That's so the fellow. He's certainly sharp as a tack, isn't he? Zavitz? Yeah. Hey, they're just coming off while I'm talking here. Soil is no problem. Teach us how to raise it, how to prepare it, anything else we need to pay attention to. We'll do the rest. God damn it, Soul, you sneaky bitch. Soul, let's dig a hole right now. Huh? Well, what's got it into you? Hey, Zavitz, explain first, why don't you? Soul, Mill, listen up, you see? Explanation. That medicine. You can grow it? Right here? Thankfully, we still have a lot of that soil left over. Looks like we grow Sagiola right here. As long as the environment is just right, those plants won't take more than a few days to sprout. Apparently, once they sprout it, they're as easy to grow as weeds. Really? We'll be doing this to kill time while waiting for Regavasa's discharge. Let's prepare the area so we can grow some Sagiola. We'll make some waves, no matter how small, in this country's crumbling medical system. By ourselves? What, Mill? Why the long face? No, it's just... I can't believe it. I mean, Soul's been trying so desperately to earn money to get that very medicine. I just don't know what to think right now. I wonder what's gotten into them. I expect them to be happier at the whole prospect, but they seem to be somewhat against it. Maybe it's just the initial surprise. Anyway, let's just do it for now. So, can you lend me a hand? Huh? Yeah, sure. So, time for you to learn about plant cultivation and agricraft. Craft. Thanks, or no thanks, to the affair you underwent, you seem to have an affinity for all 4 forms of mana, though it is rather crude. You should be able to pull it off as long as you concentrate. Agricraft. The climate here is just a touch too cold. You need to keep the area around the plants at a stable temperature. Just in case anything happens, you have to be able to handle it yourselves. Yeah. So, put the soil in this container over here, please. I'm going to keep on digging.
Wait, you're going too fast.
Are you alright with stepping outside? Wouldn't worsen your condition. I'll be fine. It's only for a short while. Lately, I haven't been feeling too bad. Well, if I move around too much, I'll end up collapsing, though. What's your daily routine like? Obviously, you can't push yourself, but you look perfectly fine otherwise. Staying at home all day will certainly leave you bored, wouldn't it? Oh. Staying at home all day will certainly leave you bored, wouldn't it? What? What's that expression of yours? No, I was just thinking that you ask pretty interesting questions is all. Interesting? Yeah. I don't exactly have a lot to do, but I won't say I'm bored either. Oh? Whenever Soul gets hungry, he comes back home. So I do a little bit of cooking. But I can't really exert myself as I told you earlier. There's also the bibliotransmission. I speak with people nearby through it. Bibliotransmission. You never heard of it? It's a game pretty popular around here. The bibliotransmission is like a book form of Comcraft. Wherever people write down their book appears right in your own copy. Using the written word to hold a conversation, eh? There's stories and pictures inside. It's quite interesting to read it all. And just who are you holding these conversations with? Well, I won't say I'm holding a conversation, since all I do is read. Besides, most of the people writing entries do it anonymously, so you won't know who's who. Though, judged by the way they write and their word choice, I can tell that they're Viscontans. I've already got Comcraft, why go through all the trouble to writing all on paper? Seems like such a waste of effort. With Comcraft, you need to have both parties accept the connection. Plus, bibliotransmission lets you communicate anonymously. I suppose that's where bibliotransmission differs most from Comcraft. See, sounds like the perfect place to sow lies and deceit. Who can say? There isn't much substance behind what's written, so I doubt it'll cause any problems. Just what are they writing about, though? I'm reading this Diary of a Girl in Prison in Neo-Sasori. Oh. Is that actually Paige? At least that seems to be the setting. It seems she's writing a story as if she herself was a Neo-Sasori. Thinking whoever's writing this is someone really interested in Neo-Sasori, or they're actually a Neo-Sasori. It's quite interesting. The story talks about life under the sea, down to some pretty minute details. Oh. Seems like the premise is that the author here can't leave her own room. She writes about what she's feeling that day quite thoroughly. The other has quite the imagination, but the way she writes is almost sad. Melancholic. See, I'm usually alone at home, so I can empathize with the author. Diaries are normally not things to be shown to others. Like I said, it's probably just the way the writer is presenting the work. In any case, it's fun to read. And what if the person writing this diary turns out to be some big middle-aged man? Does a man who can write stories from the view of a young girl even exist? Yes. Welcome to the internet. Who knows? It takes all sorts, especially when it comes to hobbies. So it doesn't really matter who wrote it. In the first place, I don't tend to pry anyone in the bibliotransmissions. This is nothing more than a way of wasting time. Well, it's all quite fascinating. A line that could cover the entirety of a single country. Might even been able to allow communications from all around the world if done properly. The entire world? Don't be silly. It's nothing more than a fun little toy. When used in the right way, there's nothing that Minecraft cannot do. Sooner or later, this technology will be copied by more talented crafter. Or perhaps, someone reverse engineers it and greatly improves its communication range. Such is the march of progress. The march of progress. The development of craft technology in the last few years, in particular, has been improving by leaps and bounds. Being able to speak with someone on the other side of the world. Well, even if we were able to achieve that, just what could we even use it for? I can only imagine that would lead to problems. Oh? The Scots and Sarahs are so close to each other. Their languages are so similar, and like, people can't even get along. Have people from faraway countries hold a conversation, and I highly doubt they would come to an understanding. Indeed, I can't deny that. People can be hurt by the smallest, minutest things. Truly worthless, Those who have had a weakened sense of doubt. Those who have had a weakened sense of doubt will end up getting called. A sense of doubt? Without a sense of doubt, a sense of danger, people become dull. When one is dulled, one is unable to react upon sensing that something is strangely off. They become unable to defend themselves. Outright discrimination, a clear division in the social strata, brainwashing by those who hold power. This exploitation is what awaits those who turn a blind eye to the evils of man. The Viscatans here, for one. The people of this country are being exploited? That they are. The view stream and domain are rightfully yours to begin with. They and countless other precious resources were taken away from you under the guise of reforms. You wouldn't know the worth of these resources, but clear that Ceres is manipulating you all. The Viscatans don't see a single thing wrong with this picture. I can't help but think they are lacking in something. And even that physical condition of yours. Had this country been run competently, you might have been cured a long time ago already. What? Common sense would dictate that those suffering from serious illness ought to be given priority to reside within the Vita stream, yes? But just look at that. Those discriminatory citizens are running amok in your very birthplace, paying to extend their own rotten lives. Don't you see something wrong with this picture? No, that's all just a pipe dream. I mean, you need money to live in Neosassery. And the people from Ceres had money, so they made a town. No mere individual could have the money to fund that scale of construction, but a country does.
Oh,
so are you alright?
wait. Let me just rest.
I'd really like to get the soil changed out by today if that's possible. Well, enough politicking for today. Take a rest, both of you. It's almost lunchtime. Huh? Okay. And then Sol, Mill, I think we're doing you two quite a favor here. I'll leave lunch in your hands. Sure. So, could you help me out?
Okay.
After being instructed by Reagan, both Sol and Mill head into the house. Sol didn't have as much time as I thought he did, huh? Zevitz. Yes? Don't be soft on Sol. Huh? I need you to act as an observer for me. Observer? For what? Push Sol's stamina to its limits. That will clear his mood up to some degree. His mood? Sir, I don't see Brigadier here. I'm sure you've already realized that there's something wrong with him. Yes. Even though it looks like we can grow Seguiola here, he doesn't look happy at all. In fact, he looks like he's shocked, in a bad way, more than anything. I can more or less conjecture as to why. Eh? Well, I'll keep that to myself for now. What's important for you now is to keep him working. Tomorrow, I'll thoroughly beat everything there is to know about agricraft into him. After Reagan told me all that, she simply closed her eyes and stayed completely silent, not saying another word about Sol. I continued to stare at Reagan, who at times seemed to give off Sully's aura. It felt quite strange. Just what would Sully look like in the future, after the Path Down's breaking in?